She didn't speak French like a French person, but she spoke it better than I did. "I made it," I said, struck shy by her beauty and her obvious wealth. In her 20s, the woman stood as tautly slender as her greyhound, yet her Eastern European features suggested a fleshy, languid ease. "Comme c'est joli," she said. I pointed at the Bugatti. "I was just admiring," I said, or hoped I said. "It's not mine. Should I speak Italian to you? English?" "English, I guess," I said in English, embarrassed. But I switched back to French, explaining, "I try to practice, but I am thinking I might buy myself a car like this one," she said. Her English was like sandpaper, Slavic and pained. That's why her French sounded strange, I thought. Was she Russian? "Would you like to help me try it out?" I laughed uncomfortably and looked over at Maggie's tree. No Maggie. So I lingered with the woman as she called her dog. "Sefa!" "Sefa?" I had to repeat the woman's explanation out loud to understand it. "Sie Westwind?" "Oh," I said, catching on. More gale than zephyr, Sefa suddenly burst out of the trees, carrying a bloodied rabbit. He tossed his prey to the ground and rolled around on the torn body, legs in the air. "No, Sefa, that's enough," the woman said in French, and the dog stood, trembling. He was slow to let her open his jaws and pry something out. When she leashed him, he stood close by her side near the car, but looked back, open-mouthed. The top of the car was down. The woman reached inside for a copy of Le Temps and opened a sheet of newsprint across her dog's back. She wiped the blood off him, and he whined when the corners of the paper nipped at his legs. "In," she said, and in 2 leaps the greyhound was helming the back seat, eyes and nose trained on his relinquished prize. "See?" she said to me. "Now we can go anywhere you like." "You're kidding," I said, laughing again. The woman laughed too, but her gloved hands wound together. Her red mouth moved before she spoke. She seemed afraid she might offend me. She looked down at my sad old shoes, and suddenly I knew we were thinking the same thing. She had money, and I needed it. It was the Boîte de Bologna, after all. What was she doing here? "I ask because you are beautiful," she said. "And I am a painter. I paint nudes. Please, may I give you my card? May I paint you sometime?" Was that all, then? I looked at her carefully. Whatever she had in mind, I figured, I could get out of it if I needed to. The woman was named Tamara, she said. Her studio was in the 7th, a quick ride. Her car shone bottle green, a praying mantis, a cunning toy. As I stared at it, a man in a fedora addressed me in flat Chicago English. "Well, can I paint you too?" I glanced over at him, a nattily-dressed Midwestern boy standing too close, but smiling so hopefully I felt a spike of pity for him. I relished it. "Sorry, Charlie," I sing-songed, and then someone called out to him in French. I watched the American and his friend spar in greeting like boxers, glancing over at me from time to time. It felt good to harden my face against them the way Tamara did, to turn away, and toward a car that wasn't a taxicab at that. I looked up at her. "Would you think about it?" she said. "For 100 francs, I would do it," I said. "I would do it right now." 100 francs for 5 hours, yes? I could have Jin's job and owe her nothing. I looked back again toward Maggie's tree. Still no Maggie.